Good morning, everybody. We'll just give it a few minutes to see who makes it in this morning. All right, just give it a couple extra minutes just because I started it a little bit earlier than normal. Maybe that's why nobody's seen it. Might help if you actually click share. Good job, Clark. All right, so if you're out there, please say good morning in the chat. Make sure my microphone is working. Make sure my microphone is working. Yeah, we're good. All right. So, not planning on having a super long stream this morning because it is ISU due day, and you guys need to continue to finish off those ISU magazines. Good morning, Kendra. Uh, the goal, obviously, is to do your best work, to show me that you're able to consolidate the ideas around comprehension of instructions, understanding formatting, computer skills, lots of different aspects of all of this, and consolidate it into a magazine. However, considering it is a project that is better handed in person, I am understanding if you cannot necessarily hit all of those benchmarks as well at a distance. What is important, however, is that you do still submit a version of each thing. So anybody who sent it in for rough feedback or for rough ideas, I have responded to those. You need to have a cover with words, obviously, but also some of those finer details around, you could put a barcode on it, you could put pricing on it. Think about how all of that information on the front cover is efficient but visible, right? So that somebody who's walking down the grocery aisle is able to see it and understand it, right? There's very little, especially in a place like a grocery store, that isn't designed to give you the most amount of information in the shortest period of time, right? They even lay out the store in such a way so that you have to walk the whole store to get the stuff that you are most likely to want. So, for example, they always make sure to put the dairy case in a certain section, and they put the freezer section in a certain spot, and they put all of those impulse purchases right beside the cash register. Like your mints and your gums and your magazines and all that sort of stuff. The front of a magazine is also meant to make you do that impulse buy, right? You got to know the prices right there. You got to know what's inside it. You're going to have some sort of catchy image on the front. So that should all go into your cover design as well. So you have your tables of contents, you have your editor's note, you have your how-to article, you have your advertisements, and you have your feature articles. So I'm looking for all of those things. If pieces are missing, I cannot mark what I do not have. So please, 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 8 p.m. tonight is when I'm expecting the ISUs to be in so that I can spend my day marking them tomorrow. And that will be your day as far as getting most of that stuff done goes. Okay, so if I go quickly pop over to the classroom, let me just make sure that it's actually showing up on stream before I talk. Okay, good. So you had the summary practice from yesterday. Please make sure to clean that up if you haven't done so already. You have your ISU due Thursday, 8 p.m. I went over the list of exactly what it is that needs to come in. Please, please, please get that done. And also there's a pick your practice activity here. So attached are a bunch of different literacy test practice assignments. I would like you to pick 3 of your choice and work and submit based on your own sense of where you need your practice and your work, right? So if you're somebody who struggles with context or multiple choice, focus on those. If you're somebody who feels like you could use a bit more practice on writing, focus on those, okay? Create a Google document, type some answers in, and send me some information. Again, this on the priorities list, this should be lower than your ISU, but if you need something to do today, this is what you should be working on, okay? Your ISU comes in here, okay? Obviously, this isn't the only spot that they need to necessarily land. You can send them to me on Edsby. You can send them to me by my email address, which is right there. You can get it to me in all sorts of different ways, but just get it to me. Okay, so that will be your entire magazine, all the different pieces. If I have time, I will obviously write you back if something is missing. Just say, hey, where is this? Where is that? Okay. Tomorrow, there is a mandatory activity. Okay. So you have your final first stone project, which we'll go over again here in a second, and we'll back up and take a look at it. Okay. But also, you have your final task for the course. This would be in lieu of doing a formal exam. And it is going to be a mixture of first stone and the literacy test. Okay. So it will be updated at Friday at 8 a.m. It is due Friday at 8 p.m. So that would be, so you have 12 hours to complete it. However, it is not a 12-hour assignment. It's probably more like a 1 hour assignment. So somewhere within a 12 hours of the day on Friday, you need to be able to get this finished. Okay? So I will release details about what the task will be on Wednesday morning. It must be started and completed on the final day, including a mandatory YouTube stream explaining how to complete the task, which I'll be live again and right at the regular time at 10:30. You can obviously start it at 8, but it's available to watch when you're available to watch it. Okay? So it is going to be First Stone as your subject matter, but it's likely, and I say this, likely as in, I'm the guy that's writing it, so I pretty much know. It's going to be writing a news report about First Stone. Okay? So please, please, please be prepared to do that tomorrow. Okay? Should be no problem for those of you who have been picking away and working away on all of this. Obviously, if you haven't put in your time reading the book, it's going to be more of a challenge to pull all the information out of the book in order for it to be fully accurate and complete. Okay? So we'll check this spot tomorrow at 10:30 for your final task. Okay? Let's just quickly go over this one more time. Your storyboard assignment. Okay? So this is the completion of the media unit for the course and for First Stone. And the idea is that you're supposed to be storyboarding a scene out of First Stone. So you could take a scene like him throwing the rock off the bridge. You could do the scene where he's being chased by the security guard. You could do the scene with the big reveal between the victim's mother and Reef, for example, right? So you are supposed to be doing almost like a comic strip about that. So your storyboard assignment, it says pick a scene from First Stone that you feel has good action and drama and use it for your storyboard. Decide which is the most important details to use in your storyboard. Create at least 6 panels using the template provided. At least 6 panels. It says use color, but we chop that out just because of the circumstances. Provide a description of dialogue, actions, and effects for each panel. And show 4 different types of camera shots. And these are the types of camera shots up here. Okay? And then submit it for evaluation. I'm not an art teacher. I'm not marking it on art. So if you do stick figures, that's okay, right? Just do your best at trying to articulate and explain what exactly is going on. Okay? So that is the end of my talk for today. I didn't want it to steal too much of your time, just so that you understand. And again, I will reiterate it one more time. The ISU is due today at 8 p.m. A magazine with a cover, with a table of contents, with an editor's note, with 3 advertisements, a how-to article, and 3 feature articles. All of that needs to come together. You've had it since late November, so it's time to finish it off and hand it in. Okay? So send me all the pieces however you can to either my email address or the Google Classroom Dropbox or an Edsby message. If you're having technical difficulties in getting it in, then you need to send me a message and we can problem solve it together. I will obviously be around in here and available to help you however you need it. Okay? So please, 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 nose to the grindstone, finish this off. I really wish that we could be together and do it together. It would obviously be much preferred. However, life comes at you fast sometimes. So here we are. Okay? For those of you who are not yet aware, right, our area in the school board has been declared closed to in-person learning still for a number of weeks. So next week, you will be continuing to be distance learning with whatever your period 4 class is. If you have any questions about that, obviously reach out. If your parents have any questions about that, please reach out. Happy to articulate and explain exactly what it all means. But otherwise, get to that ISU, get to that storyboard, prepare to write a news report tomorrow, and that's it for me. Any questions, please put them in the chat. I will stay here for another 5 minutes or so in case anybody wants to pop in and say hello or ask me any questions about what you need to be getting done today. Any questions, any concerns, any comments, any complaints? Complaints, obviously, more than welcome. All right, so if you're already here and watched the video and heard my talk, then please head to work. Otherwise, send me an Edsby message, send me an email, get my attention somehow, and I will absolutely run to your assistance. And we'll see you this afternoon at 1:30. See you later.